Discipline isn't punishment, it's devotion. It's the sacred act of doing what you don't want to do, as if you love it, because on some level, you do. You're not showing up for the task. You're showing up for the version of you who already lives on the other side of resistance. Read that again. You're not training to get strong. You're training because you already are. You're not writing, running, meditating, working, creating because it's convenient or easy. You're doing it because your future self is counting on you not to quit. That version of you that wakes up clear-minded, calm, on fire with purpose. They're already real. Discipline is how you vote for them with your actions. And that vote? It costs sweat. It costs repetition. It costs saying yes to your soul when your flesh wants to say, not today. But here's the secret the world won't tell you. Discipline is love. Not the soft, fluffy love. The real love. The I got you even when you hate me kind. The get up even when it's cold, quiet, and no one's clapping kind. The train in silence so the results speak volumes kind. It's not about being a robot. It's about being a rebel against your laziness, against your old patterns, against every voice that ever told you, just rest. You don't need to go that hard. Yes, you do, because your calling requires it. Let's be honest. Growth hurts. Discipline hurts. But so does regret. So does staying the same. So does dimming your light because you're tired. Nah, not anymore. You didn't come this far to negotiate with mediocrity. You came to embody greatness. And guess what greatness is made of? Early mornings, unsexy choices, repetition without applause, sticking to the plan even when motivation packs its bags and disappears. And still, you rise. Still, you lace up your shoes. Still, you write the words. Still, you train the body. Still, you honor the vision. Because love isn't always about feeling good. Sometimes, it's about doing what's right for you, even when it feels like war inside. You become dangerous the moment you romanticize the process. When you stop waiting for the perfect mood and decide, even this, especially this, is part of the blessing. So smile at the discomfort. Flirt with the repetition. Make peace with the process. Because every time you do what you don't feel like doing, you're chiseling away at the old you and revealing the masterpiece underneath. You are not lazy. You are not broken. You are not behind. You are learning how to honor your evolution with your actions. That's what discipline is. And baby, that's love in its rawest, most powerful form. So go ahead. Show up today like it's a love story. Because it is. And the one you're falling in love with is you. And that love, it's not soft. It's not sweet. It's sacred. It shows up in silence, in sweat, in showing up to your own becoming like it's your birthright, because it is. Discipline is the altar, and every rep, every page, every boundary you hold is a prayer, not to be better than anyone else, but to be undeniably you, unapologetically aligned. Let's be clear. This isn't about hustle for the sake of proving your worth. You were worthy before the work began. But now you're building the strength to hold the life you've been dreaming of. Not just wish for it, not just script it into your journal. Hold it, live it, lead it. So yeah, let the world scroll. Let comfort call your name. You've got legacy to build. And legacies aren't built on convenience. They're built when no one's watching, when no one's cheering, when it's just you, your why, and the sacred tension between who you were and who you're becoming. That space, that's holy ground. So the next time your mind whispers, it's okay to skip today, let your soul roar back. It's okay to rise anyway. Because this version of you, the one who keeps showing up, they're unstoppable. They're divine. They are the quiet storm that transforms everything. Now go. Keep choosing the version of you that refuses to fold, who gets up, who moves forward, who lives like their evolution is non-negotiable, because it is. And your future self, they're already proud. You don't just do discipline. You are discipline, in motion. Now get back to it. And if you ever forget, come back to this moment, where you remembered who the fuck you are. Let's take it all the way there, where soul meets steel. This next stretch, it's about anchoring in your identity as the embodiment of what you once only imagined. Because at some point, it stops being about trying to be disciplined and starts being about remembering who you are. You're not forcing yourself. You're returning to yourself. You're not chasing motivation. You're becoming the kind of person who doesn't wait for it. And that shift is where everything changes. When discipline becomes identity, your actions stop asking for permission. Your standards start speaking louder than your circumstances. Your energy becomes expensive, your presence magnetic. Because now, it's not if you'll show up. It's how powerfully. Look at your patterns. Look at how far you've come. Not in loud leaps, but in those quiet, invisible choices. The morning you rose instead of rolled over. The text you didn't send because healing mattered more than ego. The money you saved. The boundary you kept. The breath you chose instead of the breakdown. That's greatness in progress. And it's not flashy, but it's unshakable. So let them underestimate you. Let them mistake your silence for softness. They don't see the internal architecture you've been laying. They don't hear the blueprints singing in your blood. They don't know that every small, disciplined act is another brick in your empire. And one day, it'll all be visible. But for now, your job is to build in the dark. With fire. With focus. With faith. Because when it's time, when it's really time, you won't need to announce it. You'll just walk in the room and the frequency will shift. You'll become the evidence of what commitment creates, of what sacred repetition awakens, of what happens when a soul stops playing small and says, "This life is mine. I'm showing up like this life is mine. I'm showing up like I know it. So if you needed a sign to keep going, this is it. If you needed a push, this is it. If you needed permission, baby, you've always had it. Now breathe, reset, and move like someone who already knows where they're headed. Because discipline isn't the grind, it's the gate. And you've already got the key. Let's go.